company, and it was one of the biggest suppliers of liquor during the excise policy which was implemented by the Aam Aadmi Party. So these are the two catches by the Enforcement Directorate. They will be produced before the court this afternoon. But we have been given to understand is that based on the evidence, these two arrests have been made, and these two arrested accused played a very crucial role, not only during when this excise policy was implemented by the Aam Aadmi Party, but also in terms of diverting the money, routing the money, and allegedly being actively involved in this alleged excise policy case.
Okay, Manish, thank you so much for sharing all of those details. A man identified as Pradeep Singh, who was named in an FIR related to the desecration of the Sikh holy book in Bargadi, was shot dead by unidentified bike-borne assailants in Punjab's Faridkot. The CCTV footage on your screens shows how the gang fired at accused using handguns and fled the spot after the attack. One of the assailants who was injured in the incident was later caught and has been in fact undergoing treatment at a hospital. The sacrilege case dates back to October 2015 when 110 pages of the holy book of Sikhs were torn. Punjab Chief Minister Maan has however expressed concern on law and order of the state, saying no one will be allowed to disturb peace of Punjab. My colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu is now joining me over the phone line for more details. Kamaljeet, can you tell us what exactly happened and where is the investigation headed henceforth?
Paulomi, the incident has happened early this morning. We've been told that at least there were 5 assailants on a bike, and when Pradeep Singh, a Dera Premi, was opening his shop, that is when he was targeted. There's now CCTV footage which is available. Police is scanning through it. Senior police officials are on the spot. But what is important and significant is that this is the second significant killing after Sudhir Suri, Shiv Sena Taksali leader, who was shot dead a few days ago in Amritsar. Now, on the Khalistani extremist hit list, there are 3 categories of people. One are the Hindu radicals. Second are those people who've been involved in the sacrilege case, including Pradeep Singh. The third is the police personnel of Punjab Police. So category-wise, they've been on the terror radar since the past few years. Remember, at this point of time, and even in the past, several issues by Punjab leaders have been raised regarding the sacrilege incident. But meanwhile, this particular incident has sent shockwaves. Bhagwant Mann, the Chief Minister, has tweeted. He's also talked about how they will get to the bottom of this particular incident, has also appealed for communal harmony between communities. So clearly, at a time where opposition is already gunning after Bhagwant Mann for law and order situation, there seems to be a fresh incident which is obviously adding to the troubles and woes for both the Punjab government and Punjab Police.
Right. Kamalji, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. With the poll bugle sounded loud and clear, state of war Punjab in Gujarat, intensifies. Prime Minister Modi held a key Central Election Committee meeting to finalize the list of candidates for the December Gujarat polls. Post this meeting, top Gujarat BJP leaders, including former Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, have opted out of contesting the polls. Aside from Rupani, former Deputy Chief Minister Nitin Patel and 3 other senior leaders of the ruling BJP announced they will not fight the next Assembly election, claiming that they will be paving way for new faces to fight the polls. Voting to elect a new Gujarat Legislative Assembly will be held on December 1st and 5th, and counting will take place on December 8th.
इस बार चुनाव में नए लोगों को, नए कार्यकर्ता को ये जिम्मेवारी देनी चाहिए। मैं चुनाव नहीं लड़ूंगा ऐसा पत्र भी मैंने हमारे वरिष्ठों को लिखा है और दिल्ली भी सबको मैंने इसके बारे में बताया भी है कि भाई इस बार मैं चुनाव लड़ना नहीं चाहता हूं।
मैं धौलका विधानसभा से चुनाव नहीं लड़ूंगा ऐसी इच्छा मैंने अपने वरिष्ठ नेताओं के सामने रखी है। मैं पार्टी का जितना भी आभार व्यक्त करूं इतना कम होगा। तो अभी मैंने स्वेच्छा से मन से तय किया है कि इनफ इज इनफ, दूसरे कार्यकर्ताओं को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलनी चाहिए।
चुनाव नहीं लड़ने का फैसला क्यों?
मेरा नाम तो इधर से वहाँ भेजा गया था। मेरे महसाना से 80% हमारे जो कार्यकर है, ऑफिस बेरर्स है, चुने हुए प्रतिनिधि है, सबने 80% से ज़्यादा लोगों ने मेरे नाम की सिफारिश की थी। पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड गुजरात में भी मेरे नाम की सम्मति बनी थी, लेकिन अब जब राष्ट्रीय पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड चल रहा है, वो कोई निर्णय करे उसके पहले मैं बता दूं कि अब मैं ये विधायक बनना नहीं चाहता। और मैंने सामने से ये पत्र लिख के उनको हमारे प्रदेश अध्यक्ष CR पाटिल जी को भेजा, और मैंने ये पत्र पब्लिश भी इसलिए किया मीडिया के थ्रू, गुजरात की पूरी जनता की जानकारी के लिए, हमारे लाखों BJP के कार्यकरों की जानकारी के लिए, मेरे लाखों वेल विशर की जानकारी के लिए ये बात मैंने रखी है कि ये मैंने
News coming in right now. Daughter Rohini to donate kidney to Lalu. RJD chief likely to visit Singapore in the last week of November. RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad Yadav, who has been suffering from kidney ailments and other diseases for the last several years now, will get a new lease of life after his Singapore-based daughter Rohini Acharya has decided to donate one of her kidneys to her father to save his life. According to reports, Rohini has offered to donate one of her kidneys to her father after doctors in Singapore advised the RJD chief to undergo kidney transplant during his visit to Singapore in October last. It is being learned that Lalu Prasad was first not in favour of Rohini donating her kidney to save his life, but it is after pressure from her and the success rate when family members donate kidney that he relented. Lalu is likely to visit Singapore again between November 20 to 24, during which it is likely that he will undergo the operation for kidney transplant. Twitter owner Elon Musk continues to make headlines with his remarks and decisions on the social media platform. Let's take you through the top developments and the latest updates related to Twitter. On Wednesday, Twitter owner Elon Musk announced that the giant social media platform will do a lot of, and I quote, dumb things in the coming months, unquote. Taking to Twitter, he wrote that he will keep whatever works for him and will keep changing what doesn't. In the series of changes to Twitter's verification system, Twitter's new owner Elon Musk has said that he has killed the new official designation that had started rolling out for some of the platform's biggest names earlier in the day. Elon added that the blue check will be the great leveler. Twitter owner and Tesla CEO Elon Musk's net worth has dropped below $200 billion as the investors have dumped Tesla Inc. shares, fearing that the top executive and the largest shareholder of the world's most valuable electric vehicle maker is more preoccupied with Twitter after taking over last month. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has sold 19.5 million Tesla shares worth about $4 billion. US securities filings showed on Tuesday. The exact worth of the shares is $3.95 billion. With this latest sale, the total value of Tesla stocks sold by Musk is about $20 billion. Slipping into a very short break, up next, India will take on England in the second semi-final at the Adelaide Oval today. Winner of the match will face Pakistan in the finals on Sunday at the MCG. Details on the other side.
Drifting into the pads now that
news is about putting people first.
Just look at the queues right across.
About asking the right questions to those in power.
Is money power being used to bring down elected governments? Who will be held accountable for ministerial corruption?
It takes no sides.
माँ का दर्द एक दर्द कोई नहीं समझ सकता उस दर्द को.
It reveals. It heals.
Angry people came out on the streets.
Is this the kind of justice system we want in this country?
News is all heart and no hatred.
बिल्किस बानो आज क्या कहना चाहेंगी आप?
हमारे साथ जो हुआ है किसी के साथ भी नहीं होना चाहिए।
Experience the news. With me, Rajdeep Sardesai, only on India Today.
With every sunrise comes new beginnings, new opportunities and new stories. And that's why we're first up. While you're sleeping, we're hard at work to ensure you get the perfect news shot every morning. Get you all the updates. Our morning mission to get you news that's fresh and packed with flavor. Watch First Up every weekday morning with me, Akshita Nandagopal, right here on India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
Presented by Max Life Insurance. You are the difference.
A berth in the final will be at stake when India and England lock horns in Adelaide today. The second semi-final of the ongoing ICC Men's T20 World Cup. The world's #1 T20 international team, India, will face the world's #2 team, England, at the Adelaide Oval Stadium. India come to the game after finishing at the top of their group in the Super 12 stage with 8 points, while England qualified for the semi-final after registering a win in their final group game of the stage against Sri Lanka last week. The winner of the match will take on Pakistan in the final at the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground on Sunday.
But it seems most of the people want India-Pakistan final, perhaps the administrators as well, for generating more revenue, more viewership. How confident you are to spoil the party?
Look, well, we certainly don't want to see an India-Pakistan final, so we'll be trying all we can do to make sure that doesn't happen.
Obviously, I was hit yesterday, yes, but it seems to be fine now. There was a little bruising, but it's absolutely fine now.
जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा. We are not in India, we are in Australia. But look at this. This is fantastic. हमरे जाएंगे. जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा. We are not in India, we are in Australia. But look at this. This is fantastic. हमरे जाएंगे.
My colleague Nikhil Naz is now joining me live on this. Nikhil, a lot at stake on this game as far as India versus England goes.
Well, absolutely, Bolumi. It's a big day for Indian cricket. A lot depends on what happens in the game today. Yes, you're still 2 steps away from an ICC trophy, and that's the trophy that Indian fans have desired for a very long time. The last time India got their hands on a major ICC trophy was 9 years ago at the 2013 Champions Trophy. Ever since then, they've reached this far, that is the knockout stages, the semi-finals, whether it was the 2015 50 over World Cup, 2019 50 over World Cup, 20 2016 T20 World Cup at home, the finals in the 2014 T20 World Cup. So a lot of these tournaments, they've reached very close to the trophy, but that trophy has eluded them. So overall, it's a big day for Indian cricket. There are a lot of stalwarts that are playing for the Indian team, maybe playing T20 International for the last time. And can they give India the trophy that they so desire? They are up against formidable opposition in England that have redefined white ball cricket very recently, the current 50-over champions, and not much to choose from if you take a look at the ICC rankings as well. It's number 1 versus number 2. However, having said all of that, Polomi, I know T20 games are a difference of small margin makes a massive difference to the result, but India have a few factors that are going in their favour, which gives them that slight edge even before the first ball is bowled. That is knowing the conditions here very well, because they've played a game here at the Adelaide Oval. England are yet to play a game in the tournament here, so that might help the Indian team that win over Bangladesh here. Recent bilateral series between these two teams have gone in favour of India, so that's another thing that will work in India's favour. And last but not the least, you're going to have a full house here, 30,000-40,000. The capacity of the stadium is going to be full, and 95 to 96% of those fans are going to be Indian fans wearing the blue jersey. So the fan support for the Indian team is going to be massive. All of these little factors might make a slight difference, and that could be the difference between winning and losing.
Absolutely. A lot at stake over there. Nikhil, stay on with us. Now, if all goes well, we could see the mother of all cricket battles on Sunday. Yes, we're talking about an India-Pakistan final at the World T20. But for that to happen, India has to first defeat England in the semi-final today in Adelaide. While India look in formidable form, we have a jinx to break. Since 2013, we have never won a semi-final at a big event. Here's a report on what's at stake.
Since they opened the gates. 2 world heavyweights, the biggest stage in cricket. India take on England with a ticket to the final of T20 World Cup at stake. India have been the informed team in this tournament so far, winning 4 of their 5 Super 12 games. But this could be a fresh start in the semi-final.
There are 2 crucial phases of it. We do understand when you play this kind of tournament, you have to break it into parts, and we've done one part of it really well. There are 2 more parts to go, but tomorrow is going to be one part of it where we have to play well to get the result.
England, considered the masters in this format, haven't been at their best in the tournament so far. Many of their famed stars, especially in batting, haven't been among the runs, and India would want it stays that way. India topped Group 2, winning 4 of the 5 games, and their 8 points were most by any team from either of the 2 pools. England, on the other hand, won 3 of their 5 games, and their only loss came against Ireland, with their big-ticket game against Australia being a complete washout. India last won an ICC trophy in 2013, and since then, the men in blue have often cracked in the knockouts.
I think it's important to understand that knockout games are important, and you do well, it gives you that immense confidence. But we do not forget, what has happened in the past, what the players have done in the past, all the performances that they've put in for the team over the year. That one game cannot be dictating that.
England are also sweating over the fitness of David Malan and tear-away fast bowler Mark Wood.
Yeah, we'll see how they pull up. We'll try and give them as long as possible. Obviously, David left the field the other day with a small niggle. Woody's had a bit of stiffness. So, we trust the medical team. We trust those 2 guys as well, and we'll give them as long as possible.
Butler picked it. Butler has been new to captaincy and hasn't enjoyed great deal of success in his brief stint as skipper, which is where Rohit Sharma holds the edge against his counterpart. The short boundaries at the Adelaide Oval will also keep everyone interested, especially when 2 high-quality and skilled teams are involved.
One of the challenges that we've had in this tournament, usually when you play, for example, last year in Dubai, the dimension of the ground didn't change too much. We know there was one side bigger, but other than that, not too many things changed. But when we played here in Australia, obviously Some of the grounds have longer, straighter boundaries. Some of the grounds have smaller on the sides. So you got to adjust to it as quickly as possible.
Ever since the semi-final spots were sealed, the chatter has been on a potential India versus Pakistan final. But Butler was pretty straightforward with his views.
We certainly don't want to see an India-Pakistan final, so we'll be trying all we can do to make sure that doesn't happen.
While Virat and Suryakumar Yadav have done the bulk of the scoring for Team India, there are a few areas of concern too, and one of them is the form of Rohit Sharma. England would be well aware that the entire crowd at the Adelaide Oval would be rooting for the 11 Indian players in the middle, but they are game for it.
We're all really excited about the match. In my opinion, one of the best stadiums in the world. Against a brilliant Indian team, which I'm sure will be well supported tomorrow. So it's going to be a great occasion. These are the times that you want to be involved as a player.
Looking at how the conditions and weather have changed in the last 1 week in Australia, and also considering they would be playing against England, India would be tempted to make a few changes. But will they? The battleground in Adelaide is ready and the gladiators are too. In a few hours from now, Rohit Sharma and Men in Blue will script their own fate. Sports Bureau, India Today.
My colleague Nikhil Nas continues to be live with me. Nikhil, so there's a jinx to be broken. How good is the team looking going into this semi-final?
Well, Paulomi, let me tell you, the Indian team seems very relaxed. I saw them practice yesterday. They put in the hard yards while they were at practice. And what you could clearly see, Virat Kohli looking in great touch. He's been in great touch throughout this tournament. Other than that, there are a few question marks as to what would be India's playing 11. And there is this one thing debate that is going on between Dinesh Karthik and Rishabh Pant. And what we're getting to here, most likely you will see Rishabh Pant make it to that 11. Other than that, the spinning options India has to consider. There is a likelihood that Akshar Patel, who played the last game, may not be part of that 11 for the Indian team. And then you bring in maybe a Harshal Patel. Come. I've got a few guys. See, it's still about 3 hours to go. Okay, it's still 3 hours to go. So will you have the energy for later for the game as well? Full energy. Guys are part of. Come here. Show them the T-shirt. So they are the Arshdeep army. They've got Arshdeep's picture on their jerseys. All of them. So Singh is going to be king today.
Yeah. King always Singh. He will rock today again. First ball wicket.
Okay, first ball wicket is what these guys are saying. What have you got for us here? Okay.
This one.
Okay, it says
this is for the Kohli.
That form is temporary but class is permanent. They're talking about Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma.
And this one.
And this says, this is the emotion. They all want an India-Pakistan final. So still about 3.5-4 hours to go for the game. But the fans have already started turning up at the Adelaide Oval. Before we wrap up, give us a quick cheer for the Indian team.
Best of luck, India!
Okay, so you heard it, Paulomi, and expect now we're just getting to see a few fans here, but in another hour, 2 hours from now, you will see about 30-40,000 Indian supporters all thronging to the stadium, and that's going to be an atmosphere.
100%.
Yeah, 30-40,000 is the full. So that's the atmosphere that we'd love to soak, and we'll keep bringing you those updates from here. Follow me.
Okay. We already see the enthusiasm that's already building up ahead of that mega semi-final. That's 30 to 40,000 in the stadium, and a nation of 135 crore over here cheering for that India-Pak final on Sunday as well. Nikhil, stay on with us at the moment. Suryakumar Yadav, in fact, has very quickly established himself as one of the best batsmen in the T20 cricket format. His presence in the Indian middle order has had a huge impact on this Indian team and its campaign at this T20 World Cup. Majority of his shots are out of the cricket manual, and his confidence is only going in one direction. Take a look.
Yes, the previous one was a little bit... Garava.
This crowd noise. Superb.
He is at a different level, a template that only he can follow. Suryakumar Yadav has redefined the way T20 cricket is played.
Yes, it's cleared his front foot and look at that.
He's audacious in his stroke play and reputations rarely matter to him. He can pull off the most difficult of shots that don't even exist in the book.
When I go into bat, I just try and look for a few boundaries, or if I don't, even if I don't get that, I just try and run as hard as possible in between wickets. If you have to bat with Virat Bhai, then you have to run hard as well. But I try and do that, hit the gaps, run hard. But I know what strokes I need to play at that time. I try and play a lot of percentage cricket. What my strokes are: sweeps, over cover, cut. If I am succeeding in that, I just take the game ahead.
One may argue about the risk that he takes, but he's getting the job done at an alarming consistency. This year, he's the leading run getter in T20 internationals with over 1,000 runs at an average of 44. But what separates him from the rest is that strike rate of over 186. Against South Africa, on a spicy Perth wicket, even as the other Indian batters were falling one after the other, Surya kept his team in the hunt with his attacking stroke play.
Up and over and brilliantly played.
For him, it's all about execution.
जो हम लोग के मैनेजमेंट है उन लोग सुबह वीडियोस सब कुछ अवेलेबल रहता है, वो बुलाते हैं, आधे घंटे के गैप में वो दिखाते हैं, तो उसमें थोड़ा तो आइडिया लग जाता है. बाकी तो गेम प्लान आपका रहता ही है, बट थोड़ा आइडिया लग जाता है कि कौन से बॉलर के पास क्या क्या वेरिएशंस है, तो आप अपने शॉट्स रेडी कर लेते हो वो टाइम पे. और फिर ग्राउंड पे जाने के बाद तो फिर वही सब एग्जीक्यूशन की बात है, और जैसे आप अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस करते हो वही है.
Surya's presence in the middle order has had a calming effect on the Indian team.
I think what he is doing for the team is it's remarkable. Just coming out there and playing the way he wants to play, playing and taking the pressure off the other batsmen as well. That is, I think, from the team's perspective, it's quite important because we know his ability, and it allows the other guy who bats around him to take some time as well, and just the confidence that he shows when he bats. The dugout can really be at ease when he bats.
It's not just about the amount of runs he scores, but the manner in which he gets them. Something that the English team began some years ago.
It's a 12-15 T20 internationals.
That's good. I mean, it's incredible. And that's why he is the #1 T20 player in the world at the moment, because of that consistency in a format where scoring at the strike rate that he does actually doesn't, it's not easy to be consistent with the kind of strike rate he's scoring at. It's a pleasure to watch him bat when he's in that kind of form. And, every time it's like he puts on a show, without a doubt.
Perhaps time has come to give England a taste of their own medicine, and what better occasion for Suryakumar Yadav to do that in this T20 World Cup semi-final. Sports Bureau, India Today.
My colleague Nikhil Nas continues to be live with us at the moment. Nikhil, Suryakumar Yadav continues to be in super format. Who is the most bankable of the lot going into this clincher of a semi-final?
Well, Paulomi, I think he's been the star of the tournament so far. And I'm going to quote not an Indian player. You heard from a lot of Indian players. I'm going to quote Jos Buttler. He came to the press conference yesterday. He was asked about Suryakumar Yadav. And Jos Buttler, the opposition captain, said that if you ask me, the best batsman of this tournament so far has been Suryakumar Yadav. He's been a standout performer. You heard from Rahul Dravid a short while ago. What makes him so special is the fact not only that he's got runs by the ton, he's got over 200 runs in the tournament so far, but it's at the strike rate with which he's getting those runs. Almost 200 runs strike rate. That is what makes his batting so incredible. Now, the other thing that you see with Suryakumar Yadav is that no matter what the situation, India 30 for 3 or 110 for 3, he will bat in his own style, and that is he'll throw caution to the wind. He's going to bat aggressive, and that's what makes him so endearing to the fans. Virat Kohli has a big fan following here. Arshdeep fans you met here. But in a short career span, Suryakumar Yadav is also building a massive fan following. Rohit Sharma yesterday was asked this question at the press conference that, how is it that Surya manages to play with such fearlessness? And he said, you know what, that's because he carries no baggage. And then Rohit Sharma pauses and says, by baggage I don't mean suitcases, because that Suryakumar Yadav carries a lot because he loves to shop, so he carries many suitcases. By baggage I mean he carries no pressure. And that's his general personality. That's how he is in person as well. And he takes that personality onto the cricket field, and that's been his secret of success. He's going to be a crucial player here. I'm sure the English team have got their plans against him, but also you got to watch out for the man in form, that is Virat Kohli. He loves playing at the Adelaide Oval. He's going to be the X factor. Then you've got KL Rahul finding some form back if he can give India some start. And mind you, you have another match winner in Rohit Sharma. He's got 150, but generally hasn't fired in this tournament. He could have been saving his runs for a crucial encounter like this. So if the Indian batting comes good, then it's going to be a formidable task for the English team to go past them.
Okay. Nikhil, thank you so much for joining us this morning from Adelaide. Nikhil, of course, tracking that big semi-final clash between India and England when Jasprit Bumrah, in fact, was ruled out due to an injury. There were doubts over India performing well in Australia. However, the likes of Arshdeep Singh, Mohammad Shami, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Hardik Pandya have ensured that the void left by Bumrah is not too big. Take a look at how India's pacers have stepped up in this tournament.
An injury that sank 1 billion hearts. India's pace ace and death over specialist Jasprit Bumrah was ruled out of the T20 World Cup, sparking a debate over India's fast bowling resources in Australia. But India are in the semi-finals. Chipping in at vital times, Arshdeep Singh, Mohammad Shami, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Hardik Pandya stepped up and have taken a combined 28 wickets at an average economy of 6.7.
He goes full.
The star of this group has been Arshdeep. The youngster's performance in the T20 World Cup has been phenomenal. Arshdeep's impact in the power play has been tremendous, getting early breakthroughs against Pakistan and South Africa. In 5 matches so far, Arshdeep has taken 10 wickets at an average of 14.1. His consistency is one of the prime reasons why India are in the semi-finals. Playing the perfect support role to Arshdeep, Bhuvneshwar Kumar's swing and accuracy has been spot on. His economy rate of 5.4 is the main reason why opposition teams have struggled to get going in the power play.
Time's gone, this will tell us.
In addition, Shami and Hardik Pandya have been solid. While Shami has got the wickets at crucial stages, Hardik too has provided breakthroughs at vital times.
Hardik Pandya, Jasdeep Singh.
India's pace bowling unit has stepped up admirably in the absence of Bumrah, and considering how these spinners haven't been that effective. After all that good work that they've done, they are now just 2 matches away from that big prize. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Bangladesh as well. They put up a show.
Now, Nikhil Nas and Sunil Gavaskar caught up with Indian fans in Adelaide ahead of the T20 World Cup semi-final match against England. Watch this report.
Tip, tip, 360 degree. बना दिए बड़े बड़े रंग 360 डिग्री अब जीतेंगे नर्बन बैट्समैन मैं क्या करूं
Okay, many hours to go before that big England semi-final. Yes, I will.
यार हमारा 83 का भी गाना गाओ यार, लहरा दो
Okay, as the enthusiasm
लहरा दो लहरा दो लहरा दो लहरा दो
Okay, Sangha, you have to give me that song that you started with, the one when we the one about the trophy, which is.
संदेशे आते हैं हमें तड़पाते हैं वो चिट्ठी आती है वो पूछे जाती है ट्रॉफी कब लाओगे ट्रॉफी कब लाओगे बोलो कब लाओगे ट्रॉफी ये दिन सुना सुना है
Song and dance continues. I'm sure this is going to continue for a few more hours till that India versus England semi-final. I hope you're going to enjoy this contest because we definitely are, and hoping this energy is passed on to the Indian team and they can get one better of England. For the moment, bye-bye from us on this special coming to you from Adelaide.
And while we go into a very short break, we leave you with these images ahead of the mega semi-final clash in Adelaide. Here's a throwback to an encounter between India and England, the inaugural edition of the T20 World Cup, where Yuvraj Singh's 6 sixes in an over demolished the English bowling attack. Take a look.
Range of shots. What's he going to do? 6 ball. Just a flick of the wrist. And where she goes into the crowd. Consecutive sixes here for the left-hander. This is in the air again. There's long off, 3 in a row. Yuvraj trying to Broad what Mascarenas did to him. Now around the wicket. Will it make a difference? It doesn't. It's 4 in a row. Back to over the wicket. It's a scrambled brain as far as Broad is concerned out there.
This is a crowd warning. Look out.
Yes! 30 with 1 ball to go. Could he make it 6 out of 6? Kingsmead on its feet. So is the commentary box. And here goes Broad. Last ball of the innings. And he's put it away. Oh, has he? Yes! Into the crowd. 6 sixes in an over. Yuvraj Singh finishes things off.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
Traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories. From every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
Presented by धूल आए पर घर पे ना टिक पाए।
Watching India Today.
Super Thursday is here. India's big semi-final clash today. Pakistan in final waits for India. Adelaide Oval awaits the clash of ages. India Today cheers for India.
Hello and a warm welcome to India Today. I'm Paulami Saha. These are the headlines we're tracking at the top of the sun. India will take on England in the second semi-final at the Adelaide Oval today. Winner of the match will face Pakistan in the final on Sunday at the MCG.
That's a far one. What is he doing?
Another arrest in Delhi Liquorgate Dangle. Enforcement Directorate arrests the MD of Aurobindo Pharma, Sharath Reddy, in the case. NIA raids 40 locations in Coimbatore and Chennai over cylinder blast case. Houses of suspects searched by NIA. Unknown assailants shoot down 2015 Punjab sacrilege case accused in broad daylight in Punjab's Faridkot. Chilling murder caught on camera. Big churn in Gujarat BJP ahead of polls. Top netas pull out of Gujarat race. BJP announces first candidate list. Former Gujarat Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister to make way for Young Turks. News coming in right now. BJP announces its first list of Gujarat candidates for 84 seats from the first phase of elections have been announced so far. The BJP continues to announce the candidates for the second phase as well. In fact, Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel to contest from Ghatlodia. That has been confirmed also. Cricketer Ravindra Jadeja's wife Riva Ba has got a BJP ticket as well. She will be contesting from Jamnagar North seat. Hardik Patel also gets a ticket from Viramgram as well. The BJP denies ticket to the sitting Morbi MLA as well. Clearly, there's a fallout for the sitting Morbi MLA at the moment. Let's listen in to Bhupendra Yadav, state in charge.
RC Patel, RC Faldu ji, वरिष्ठ मंत्री श्री प्रदीप सिंह जडेजा जी, श्री सौरभ पटेल जी, श्री कौशिक पटेल जी, वो सब लोग संगठन और चुनाव की दृष्टि से साथ रहेंगे। उन्होंने खुद ने अपनी तरफ से कहा, पत्र लिख करके कहा कि वो स्वयं चुनाव न लड़कर पार्टी संगठन के लिए कार्य करेंगे। चुनाव की दृष्टि से गुजरात के कुछ महत्वपूर्ण विषयों के लिए भी हमारी पार्टी के अध्यक्ष श्री CR पाटिल जी उपस्थित हैं। मैं उनसे कहूँगा वो भी एक बार विषय गुजराती विषय में रखें। अभी एक मिनट।
The BJP's press conference that is happening at the party headquarters in Delhi. Remember yesterday, the BJP Central Election Committee in fact met under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi and finalized this first list of candidates going into the Gujarat elections.
हमारे बीच उपस्थित आदरणीय श्री गुजरात के प्रभारी और केंद्र सरकार में कैबिनेट मंत्री अभी बताएंगे श्री यादव साहब, गुजरात के सांसद और केंद्र के कैबिनेट मंत्री श्री मनसुख भाई मांडविया जी, हमारे महामंत्री श्री तरुण चुग जी, श्री अनिल जी, पूरे गुजरात के सभी सीटों के ऊपर हमारी जो वर्षों से एक सिस्टम चली आती है, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी साहब जब वहाँ पर संगठन में काम करते थे तब से कि हर विधानसभा में हम 3 लोगों की, एक सरकार में से, एक संगठन में से और एक महिला आगेवान, ये 3 लोगों की टीम हर विधानसभा में जाती है, अपेक्षित लोगों को भी सुनती है और अनपेक्षित जिसको कुछ कहना है ऐसे भी लोगों को सुनते हैं। पूरे 3 दिन वहाँ पर रहकर सबको सुनने के बाद वहाँ के लोकल संगठन के साथ चर्चा करते हुए वो पूरा लिस्ट तैयार करते हैं। उसमें से एक पैनल बनाते हैं 4 लोगों की और बाकी के नाम के साथ वो प्रदेश में आते हैं। प्रदेश में भी हमारी जो निरीक्षक होते हैं, जिला के अध्यक्ष, महामंत्री, वहाँ के विधायक, वहाँ के सांसद, उन सब के साथ और चुनाव समिति जो बनती है उसके अंदर वहाँ उनके साथ चर्चा होती है। इस बार हमारे आदरणीय गृह मंत्री श्री अमित भाई शाह साहब भी 3 दिन तक वहाँ पर इस सुनवाई के दरमियान वहाँ पर उपस्थित रहे। हमारे मुख्यमंत्री भी 3 दिन वहाँ उपस्थित रहे और 18 लोगों की जो कमेटी है उन सबके साथ चर्चा करने के बाद हमने एक लिस्ट बनाया था। उसके बाद भी हमारे यहाँ पर आकर भी श्री अमित भाई शाह साहब और BL संतोष जी और आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी JP नड्डा साहब के साथ बैठकर हमने कुछ चर्चा उसके ऊपर की और कल चुनाव समिति में पार्लियामेंट्री बोर्ड में आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी साहब की भी उपस्थिति में और श्री JP नड्डा साहब के अध्यक्षता में ये नाम तय हुए हैं 182 में से 160। गुजरात में इस बार जो आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी साहब ने कहा कि उनके खुद के जो रिकॉर्ड है वो तोड़ने के लिए इलेक्शन लड़ रहे हैं। हम इस बार सबसे ज़्यादा सीटों के साथ भी जीतेंगे, सबसे ज़्यादा लीड के साथ भी जीतेंगे और सबसे ज़्यादा वोट भी हम पाएंगे। इस तरह का एक संकल्प भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता उन्होंने सबने मिलकर किया है और मुझे विश्वास है कि हम वहाँ पर जो हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी साहब की इच्छा है, उनका जो संकल्प है वो पूरी ताकत के साथ पूरा करेंगे। धन्यवाद।
एक बार ना फिर से बता।
मैं आपको बताता हूँ। अभी जो 182 में से 160 सीट्स को हमने डिक्लेयर किया है। जो 160 सीट डिक्लेयर करी हैं इसमें 13 शेड्यूल कास्ट की, 24 शेड्यूल ट्राइब, 14 वुमेन, 69 सिटिंग लोग हैं। जिनके सीट बदले गए हैं उनमें से वरिष्ठ नेताओं ने स्वयं आगे बढ़ कर के पत्र लिखा है, तो वो पत्र उनके नाम भी मैंने आपके सामने पढ़े हैं। प्रमुख रूप से पार्टी के हमारे पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री श्री विजय रूपाणी जी, पूर्व उप मुख्यमंत्री श्री नितिन पटेल जी, पार्टी के हमारे वरिष्ठ नेता श्री भूपेंद्र सिंह जी चूड़ासमा, पूर्व अध्यक्ष और मंत्री श्री RC फल्दू जी, पूर्व मंत्री श्री प्रदीप सिंह जडेजा जी, पूर्व मंत्री श्री सौरभ पटेल जी, पूर्व मंत्री श्री कौशिक पटेल जी, इन सब ने पत्र लिख करके कहा है कि पार्टी नए और अन्य कार्यकर्ताओं को अवसर दे और सब मिलकर चुनाव अभियान में लगेंगे। पुनः मैं रिपीट करता हूँ, अभी तक 38 लोग हैं जहां पर उम्मीदवार बदले गए हैं, लेकिन वो सहमति के साथ भी काफी लोगों को किया गया है। ठीक
सहमति से ही सबने छोड़ा है, तो ऐसे कितने हैं जो पहले थे विधायक इस बार नहीं है जिन्होंने सहमति से छोड़ा?
वरिष्ठ नेताओं के मैंने नाम लिए, टोटल 38 सीटों पे चेंज हुआ है। ठीक है, लिस्ट दिखा देते हैं। अध्यक्ष जी, सिटिंग
My colleague Saurabh Vaktania is now joining me live at the moment. Saurabh, the BJP there, of course, releasing its first list of 160 candidates for the upcoming polls. Very significantly, 38 sitting MLAs have been dropped.
Well, this is big polemic. Let me tell you that over 160 names have been declared by the BJP, and a lot of meetings actually took place yesterday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself was present for the CEC meeting. Now, very importantly, let me tell you, polemic, somewhere down the line, a message is given very straight and clear that there were some sort of allegations which were being made that the former Chief Minister of Gujarat, Vijay Rupani, was having his own lobby and own sets of ministers, and they were not listening to the party high command. What message right now is given clear is not just Vijay Rupani but also the cabinet ministers of along with Vijay Rupani. All of them have been not given ticket, and to just get a safer side, they all have written a letter to the party chief yesterday. And look at the timing, polemic, that how systematically at one time all of them sent letter to the party chief saying that they are not in favor of contesting elections, and they they are more in favor for the Sangathan work. Now, most importantly, let me read out some of the very important names and some of the interesting facts after which the list has been declared. Kanu Desai, Purnesh Modi, their names have been repeated. They are the cabinet ministers. Harsh Sanghvi, who is the Home Minister of Gujarat, his name is repeated. Now, one of the very interesting name is Kishore Kanani. He's from Surat Polemi. Kishore Kanani was one of the person who was very critic about the BJP functioning. He also had a press conference. He was openly saying against the BJP. He was saying that the party ground worker are not supporting him. They are fighting against him. And he had very recently, I remember just 2 months back, he had taken a press conference as well in Surat. Right. And now he gets a ticket. He's been repeated. Ashwin Kotwal is a tribal leader. He was a sitting MLA from Khed Brahma on Congress seat. He had given his resignation. He joined BJP just 4 to 5 months back.
Okay, so several changes over there, Saurav, that the BJP has made. The BJP has been quite brutal with this first list of 160 candidate names that they've announced. They've dropped 38 sitting MLAs and some new faces, including cricketer Ravindra Jadeja's wife. Let's cut across now to Sanjay Raut, in fact, who's addressing a press conference.
3 महीने के बाद हाथ में मैं घड़ी पहन जेल में घड़ी पहना बैन होता है घड़ी भी मेरा लूज हो गया देखो थोड़ा हाथ हो गया घड़ी लूज हो गया मेरा सब कम हो गया जेल में रहना कोई अच्छी बात नहीं होती विश्व का कोई भी जेल अगर किसी को लगता होगा एक मिनट कि लोग मजे में रहते नहीं जेल में रहना बहुत कठिनाई के साथ रहना पड़ता है इसलिए जेल की संकल्पना बनाई गई है लेकिन अब आया हूँ लोगों ने जोर से स्वागत किया प्यार दिया मुझे तो लगा था कि 3 महीने के बाद लोग मुझे भूल जाएंगे लेकिन मैं कल से देख रहा हूँ आज सुबह से देख रहा हूँ आज सुबह अभी मैं माननीय उद्धव ठाकरे साहब से मिलने जाऊंगा कल वो लगातार मेरे से बात कर रहे थे आज सुबह शरद पवार साहब का भी फोन था वो भी बीमार है लेकिन पवार साहब को भी मेरे बारे में बहुत फिक्र थी है तो मैं पवार साहब से जाकर मिलूंगा बहुत लोगों के फोन आ रहे हैं अभी डॉक्टर सुब्रमण्यम स्वामी जी का फोन चल रहा था कल जिस प्रकार का कोर्ट ने ऑर्डर दिया है उस बारे में पूरे देश में एक अच्छा माहौल बना है मैं टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा ना ईडी पर करूंगा ना जिस लोगों ने ये साजिश रची थी अगर उनको आनंद मिला होगा तो मैं उनके आनंद में सहभागी हूँ लेकिन मेरे मन में किसी के खिलाफ कोई शिकायत नहीं है और न मैं करूंगा जो मुझे भुगतना था मेरे पार्टी को भुगतना था हमने भुगत लिया है मेरे परिवार ने बहुत कुछ खोया है तो होता है ऐसा जिंदगी में राजनीति में हम लोग लेकिन इस प्रकार की राजनीति देश के इतिहास ने कभी न देखी है हमारा देश 150 साल गुलामी में था उस काल में भी इस प्रकार की पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा की राजनीति हमने देखी नहीं दुश्मनों के साथ भी अच्छा व्यवहार किया जाता है पॉलिटिकल लेकिन फिर भी मैं एक्सेप्ट करता हूँ मैं पूरे सिस्टम को दोष नहीं दूंगा ना मैं किसी केंद्रीय जांच एजेंसी को दोष दूंगा अच्छा काम करने का मौका उनको भी मिलता है करना चाहिए सबको करना चाहिए महाराष्ट्र में एक सरकार नहीं बनी है मैं 3 महीने से बाहर हूँ कुछ निर्णय सरकार ने अच्छे भी लिए हैं महाराष्ट्र के मैं उनका स्वागत भी करूंगा विरोध के लिए विरोध नहीं करेंगे हम लोग कभी
Now, Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut was released from jail on Wednesday hours after he was granted bail in the alleged Patra Chawl land scam case. The Bombay High Court refused to put Raut's bail on hold as requested by the Enforcement Directorate. Here's a report.
101 days after being arrested by the Enforcement Directorate in connection with the 1,034 crore rupees Patra Chaul land development scam, Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut on Thursday walked out of Mumbai's Arthur Road jail on bail. Raut's release was made possible after the Bombay High Court refused to stay the bail granted by a special court earlier in the day. The MP was given a hero's welcome by party workers who burst firecrackers and smeared gulal on each other.
न्यायालय का ऊपर का जो विश्वास है वो बढ़ गया है मेरा कि इस देश में आज भी न्याय व्यवस्था, न्यायालय, जुडिशरी में ऐसे लोग हैं, ऐसी न्याय व्यवस्था है जिससे हम उम्मीद कर सकते हैं.
Raut's family joined the celebrations as the MP tasted freedom after more than 3 months.
आम्ही माझ्या घरी नवरात्र असो, गणपती असो, दसरा, दिवाळी आम्ही कोणीही साजरी केली नाही. कारण आमच्या घरातला कुटुंब प्रमुख संजय राऊत 102 दिवस जेलमध्ये होते. आज खऱ्या अर्थाने आम्ही सगळे आमचे घरचे, माझ्या विभागातील सर्व लोक खऱ्या अर्थाने आज दिवाळी साजरी करतो.
After walking out of jail, Sanjay Raut visited the Siddhivinayak temple. Besides Sanjay Raut, his associate Praveen Raut too was granted bail by the court set up under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The special court in its bail ruling said both Sanjay Raut and Praveen Raut were arrested illegally. The order said the records, materials and the detailed discussion shows that Sanjay Raut was arrested for no reason. The court added that Sanjay Raut did not receive any proceeds of crime. In a strongly worded order, the court said the ED made fast-paced arrest but showed not even a snail's speed in conducting trials. Sanjay Raut's fate still hangs in the balance. A Bombay High Court bench is scheduled to hear the ED's petition seeking cancellation of the bail on Thursday. Bureau Report, India Today.
A massive controversy has erupted in Karnataka over Tipu Sultan Jayanti. Sriram Sene Pramod Muthalik has now been detained while protesting against the municipality's permission to AIMIM to observe Tipu's birth anniversary at Hubli's Eidgah grounds. Muthalik slammed the BJP government and said that the Saffron Party has cheated Hindus by granting permission to anti-national party AIMIM. Meanwhile, Congress and JDS slammed the Bomai government and said these issues are being raised to create a communal divide. The Eidgah Maidan has been at the centre of a massive controversy in August earlier after right-wing leaders demanded Ganesh Chaturthi be celebrated at the grounds.
टिप्पू को किसी महापुरुष को कंपेयर करना गलत है. टिप्पू एक देशद्रोही है, मतांध है, हमारा मंदिरों को तोड़ा है, हमारे हिंदुओं का हत्या किया है, हिंदुओं को बलात्कार से मतांतर किया है, कन्वर्शन किया है, कन्नड़ द्रोही है. इसलिए सभी महापुरुषों के साथ टिप्पू सुल्तान का कंपेयर करना गलत है. इसलिए हमने कर्नाटक के हुबली चन्नम्मा मैदान में जो टिप्पू सुल्तान की जयंती का अनुमति दिया है, इसको विरोध में प्रतिभटन कर रहे हैं. हम किसी की तरफ से टिप्पू सुल्तान जयंती नहीं करने देंगे. हम प्रतिभटन करेंगे, हम प्रतिरोध करेंगे, खंडन करेंगे. हम
ये जो पेशकश किया था ये AIMIM नहीं किया है, ये किया है विजय गुंडराल. वो खुद उनका व्यक्तिगत फैसला है, उसमें हम क्या कर सकते हैं. उसमें हमारा तो फैसला ये है पर सारे देश में मनाएंगे, शोर व खरोश के साथ मनाएंगे, मगर ईदगाह मैदान में नहीं.
आज हम लोगों की जीत हुई है. आज कॉरपोरेशन कमिश्नर ने और मेयर साहब ने परमिशन दी है कि कल वहाँ पे हजरत टिप्पू सुल्तान जी का जयंती मनाया जाए. ईदगाह मैदान जो पहले सिर्फ 2 बार राष्ट्र ध्वजा ये करने के लिए और दूसरी 2 बार नमाज करने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जाता था, अब टिप्पू सुल्तान जयंती के लिए भी जो वो लोगों ने दिया है उनका मैं शुक्रगुजार हूँ।
टिप्पू सुल्तान जयंती का आचरण करने के लिए एप्लीकेशन किए थे, रिक्वेस्ट किए थे, उसको कॉरपोरेशन ने परमिशन दिया है। मैं इसको खंडन करता हूँ, विरोध करता हूँ। कॉरपोरेशन बीजेपी के हाथ में है, बीजेपी के सरकार अभी चला रही है। सो बीजेपी
These issues only to disturb those area people, not only disturb, but they wanted to create vote bank by raising all these issues. Other than that, they have no commitment to the society.
See, unnecessary, we don't want to spoil the relationship between Hindus and Muslims. How they try to create some confusion, the BJP government is also wrong. Already verdicts have come out. They are misusing the government's power. So we want a secular fabric. Let Idgah Maidan be restricted to Idgah. We have a lot of places to celebrate Ganesha festival. So I think no other should not intervene with this. Government is not fair by involving with all this type of affairs.
My colleague Sanjay Raut is now joining me live from the Idgah Maidan in Hubli. Sanjay, how is the administration preparing to deal with the situation? Because clearly it has flared up tensions in the area.
Absolutely, this particular issues have played up the tension, but the security has been beefed up in and around Hubballi Idgah ground, and you can see there now the celebration has begun where AIMIM workers, they have put out a banner of Tipu Sultan and garlanded him, and there are around 10 to 15 AIMIM supporters who have gathered here to celebrate Tipu Jayanti, and you can see the kind of security which has been deployed where nobody has been allowed, including the protesters, and even Shriram Sen and protesters were very less in numbers. There were around 10 people who had protested, and they were being immediately detained by the police, and the permission has been granted only till 12 p.m. for AIMIM workers and supporters to go ahead and celebrate Tipu Jayanti. So far everything has been peaceful, and whoever tried to protest were detained by the police.
Okay. Sanjay, thank you so much for joining us with that report from Hubli. We're slipping into a very short break. Coming up next, India will take on England in the second semi-final at the Adelaide Oval today. Winner of the match will face Pakistan in the final on Sunday at the MCG.
You are watching India Today.
Armed with facts, she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories. From every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Watching India Today.
Co-presented by Max Life Insurance. You are the difference.
A berth in the final will be at stake when India and England lock horns at the Adelaide today. In the second semi-final of the ongoing ICC Men's T20 World Cup, the world's #1 T20 international team, India, will face the world's #2 team, England, at the Adelaide Oval Stadium. India come to the game after finishing at the top of their group in the Super 12 stage with 8 points, while England qualified for the semi-final after registering a win in their final group game of the stage against Sri Lanka last week. The winner of the match will take on Pakistan in the final at the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground on Sunday.
Obviously, I was hit yesterday, yes, but it seems to be fine now. There was a little bruising, but it's absolutely fine now.
But it seems most of the people want India-Pakistan final, perhaps the administrators as well, for generating more revenue, more viewership. How confident you are to spoil the party?
Well, we certainly don't want to see an India-Pakistan final, so we'll be trying all we can do to make sure that doesn't happen.
We are not in India, we are in Australia. But look at this. This is fantastic. जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा. We are not in India, we are in Australia. But look at this. This is fantastic.
Certainly a lot of anticipation in the air going ahead into the semi-final. Let's listen in to what fans of the game have to say.
हम लोग की मनोकामना है कि भारत इंग्लैंड को हराकर सेमीफाइनल जीतकर फाइनल में पहुंचे और विश्व कप भारत में आए।
पक्की बात है, इंडिया जीतेगी और इस बार फाइनल जीत के इंडिया कप वापस लेके आएगी वापस से। जब से पहला एडिशन हुआ था तब इंडिया जीती थी, अब इस बार वाला फिर जीतेगी इंडिया।
बिल्कुल 100% इंडिया जीतेगी, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे सभी खिलाड़ी बिल्कुल परफॉर्मेंस पे A1 है।
आज देख रहे हैं समी फॉर्म में, जैसे अर्शदीप खेल रहे हैं, बॉलिंग डाल रहे हैं, अच्छी बॉलिंग डाल रहे हैं। उन्होंने पाकिस्तान के सामने भी अच्छी बॉलिंग डाली थी, समी बॉलिंग डाल रहे हैं। इस तरह से लग रहा है कि इंडिया ही जीतेगा।
Now, if all goes well, we could see the mother of all cricket battles on Sunday. Yes, we're talking about an India-Pakistan final at the World Cup T20. But for that to happen, India has to first defeat England in the semi-final today in Adelaide. While India look formidable purely on form, we have a jinx to break. Since 2013, we have never won a semi-final at a big event. Here's a report on what is at stake.
Crazy, it has been crazy since they opened the gates.
Two world heavyweights, the biggest stage in cricket. India take on England with a ticket to the final of T20 World Cup at stake. India have been the informed team in this tournament so far, winning 4 of their 5 Super 12 games. But this could be a fresh start in the semi-final.
There are two crucial phases of it. We do understand when you play this kind of tournament, you have to break it into parts, and we've done one part of it really well. There are 2 more parts to go, but tomorrow is going to be one part of it where we have to play well to get the result.
Into the attack.
England, considered the masters in this format, haven't been at their best in the tournament so far. Many of their famed stars, especially in batting, haven't been among the runs, and India would want it stays that way. India topped Group 2, winning 4 of the 5 games, and their 8 points were most by any team from either of the 2 pools. England, on the other hand, won 3 of their 5 games, and their only loss came against Ireland, with their big-ticket game against Australia being a complete washout. India last won an ICC trophy in 2013, and since then the men in blue have often cracked in the knockouts.
I think it's important to understand that knockout games are important, and you do well, it gives you that immense confidence. But we do not forget, what has happened in the past, what the players have done in the past, all the performances that they've put in for the team over the year. That one game cannot be dictating that.
England are also sweating over the fitness of David Malan and tear away fast bowler Mark Wood.
Yeah, we'll see how they pull up. We'll try and give them as long as possible. Obviously, David left the field the other day with a small niggle. Woody's had a bit of stiffness. We'll trust the medical team. We trust those two guys as well, and we'll give them as long as possible.
Butler picked it. Butler has been new to captaincy and hasn't enjoyed great deal of success in his brief stint as skipper, which is where Rohit Sharma holds the edge against his counterpart. The short boundaries at the Adelaide Oval will also keep everyone interested, especially when two high-quality and skilled teams are involved.
One of the challenges that we've had in this tournament, usually when you play, for example, last year in Dubai, the dimension of the ground didn't change too much. We know there was one side bigger, but other than that, not too many things changed. But when we played here in Australia, obviously, some of the grounds have longer, straighter boundaries. Some of the grounds have smaller on the sides. So you got to adjust to it as quickly as possible.
Ever since the semi-final spots were sealed, the chatter has been on a potential India versus Pakistan final. But Butler was pretty straightforward with his views.
We certainly don't want to see an India-Pakistan final, so we'll be trying all we can do to make sure that doesn't happen.
While Virat and Suryakumar Yadav have done the bulk of the scoring for Team India, there are a few areas of concern too, and one of them is the form of Rohit Sharma. England would be well aware that the entire crowd at the Adelaide Oval would be rooting for the 11 Indian players in the middle, but they are game for it.
We're all really excited about the match. In my opinion, one of the best stadiums in the world. Against a brilliant Indian team, which I'm sure will be well supported tomorrow. So it's going to be a great occasion. These are the times that you want to be involved as a player.
Looking at how the conditions and weather have changed in the last 1 week in Australia, and also considering they would be playing against England, India would be tempted to make a few changes. But will they? The battleground in Adelaide is ready and the gladiators are too. In a few hours from now, Rohit Sharma and Men in Blue will script their own fate. Sports Bureau, India Today.
Now, ahead of the mega semi-final clash in Adelaide, here's a throwback to an encounter between India and England, the inaugural edition of the T20 World Cup, where Yuvraj Singh's 6 sixes in an over demolished the English bowling attack. Take a look.
I wouldn't bother you, Yuvraj, if I was you.
That's huge. That is a biggie. It's out of here. Range of shots. What's he going to do? 6 more. Just a flick of the wrist. And away she goes into the crowd. Consecutive sixes here for the left-hander. This is in the air again. Clears long off. 3 in a row. Yuvraj trying to broad what Mascarenas did to him. Now around the wicket. Will it make a difference? It doesn't. It's 4 in a row. Back to over the wicket. It's a scrambled brain as far as Broad is concerned out there.
This is a crowd warning. Look out.
Yes! 30 with 1 ball to go. Could he make it 6 out of 6? Kingsmead on its feet. So is the commentary box. And here goes Broad. Last ball of the innings. And he's put it away. Oh, has he? Yes! Into the crowd. 6 sixes in an over. Yuvraj Singh.
You are watching India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
You are watching India Today.
News coming in right now. Supreme Court to hear Gyanvapi case tomorrow. Plea on extending protection of Shivling in Supreme Court. The Hindu side has said extend the shield for mosque, quote-unquote, Shivling. The Supreme Court new bench is going to hear the case pertaining to the extension of protection of the Shivling as sought by Hindu parties tomorrow at 3 p.m. So the new bench, which has been constituted to look into this matter, will be hearing this matter tomorrow at 3 p.m. The Hindu side had said extend the shield for the mosque Shivling because the protection to the Shivling in fact ends on November 12th. So they've sought a hearing in this matter, and the Supreme Court's new bench is going to hear this case pertaining to the extension of protection of Shivling as sought by Hindu parties tomorrow at 3 p.m. That is the detail that is currently emerging from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will be hearing the Gyanvapi case tomorrow. The plea on extending protection of Shivling, quote-unquote, is before the Supreme Court. The Hindu side, in fact, has said extend shield for mosque Shivling. The Supreme Court's new bench will hear this case pertaining to the extension of protection of quote-unquote Shivling as sought by Hindu parties tomorrow at 3 p.m. That protection, which was in fact granted earlier, is to end on November 12th, which is why the Hindu sides have approached the Supreme Court of India, and the Supreme Court has now agreed to hear this matter at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Remember, this is the newly constituted bench of the Supreme Court which will be hearing this matter. My colleague Anisha Mathur is joining us live at the moment. Anisha, give us more details about what did the Hindu side say in court today?
Well, Salmi, the Supreme Court, the matter was mentioned before the Supreme Court by Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain, who's the counsel for some of the Hindu petitioners in the Gyanvapi case. Now, remember, earlier the Supreme Court had said that whatever has been found at this site must be protected, that entire site must be sealed, especially since there have been calls for another survey and a detailed study of what is actually there at the Gyanvapi Mosque Kashi Vishwanath temple site. So therefore, the Supreme Court had earlier also said that whatever has been found in the survey must be kept sealed and protected so that there is no disturbance in the area. At the same time, the court had said that prayers at the mosque, namaz at the mosque should also be allowed to continue. So the local administration had been directed to make sure that the rights of both sides are properly protected. Now, that order was to go on till 12th of November because that was the timeline given by the Supreme Court to hear these matters. Now, the Hindu side has come back and said that this timeline needs to be extended, that the protection of what has been found, what has been called the Shivling by the Hindu petitioners in the Gyanvapi case, that protection should be extended so that there is no disturbance at the site till this matter is going on. Because remember, the trial court in Varanasi is hearing the details of this issue. The Supreme Court, of course, had been called upon to adjudicate on whether the Muslim side's the argument or the Hindu side's argument holds more weight when it comes to to hearing this matter at all. So a lot of complications are existing in this matter. A lot of legal nuances are there in the matter. But so far, the Supreme Court had given clear orders that the interests of both sides must be protected. Whatever artifact or the Shivling that is being claimed by the Hindu side must be protected till further orders. And now Supreme Court is set to hear this matter again tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. as a special bench needs to be constituted to hear this matter. Because so far, remember, the matter was being heard by a bench headed by Justice Chandrasekhar, who is now the Chief Justice. Therefore, he has said he will set up a special bench to hear this matter at 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, Anisha, thank you so much for bringing us all of those details. News coming in right now. Jacqueline court drama escalates. The Enforcement Directorate claims Jacqueline tried to flee India. The Enforcement Directorate says Jacqueline tried to flee India in December 2021. The Enforcement Directorate terms the actor, a flight risk. They say Jacqueline is a foreigner. Her family lives abroad and hence they're opposing the regular bail that Jacqueline Fernandez is in fact seeking from the Patiala House Court today. My colleague Munish Pandey is joining me live on this. Munish, give us more details about what Jacqueline has said in court and subsequently what the Enforcement Directorate has said.
Well, Paulmi, on two grounds, the Enforcement Directorate is opposing the regular bail application which has been filed by Jacqueline Fernandez because she is accused in the case. The first ground is that when she was being questioned in connection with this case, she was not disclosing the entire fact. Only when she was confronted with the evidence, then there was some disclosure made by her. But the important ground which the ED has mentioned before the court is that she is a flight risk. What ED officials and the lawyers are claiming before the Patiala House Court is that if she is given regular bail, then she might flee the country. They have given one incident in which on December 5, 2021, she tried to flee the country. But as far as the lawyers of Jacqueline Fernandez are concerned, they are saying that they were not aware that there is a lookout circular, and whenever after that they wanted to travel. In fact, when Jacqueline Fernandez wanted to go for a event, then she had to seek permission from the court. So again, what the ED lawyers and the Jacqueline's lawyers are saying before the court is on the lines that whether Jacqueline Fernandez is a flight risk or not. As far as the procedure is concerned, Paulmi, and this becomes very important, whenever there is a lookout circular issued by any agency against any person, that information is always confidential. It is not disclosed. And only when a person reaches the court, tries to take a flight for a foreign country, then only the person comes to know that yes, there is a lookout circular, then the person is banned from traveling abroad. At this point of time, the ground given by ED is that she is a flight risk. But again, the lawyers are saying that she can be called for questioning any given point of time. She might have roots in Sri Lanka and Bahrain, but it doesn't mean that she wants to flee the country, or for that matter, the court can put some conditions so that she can't fly without taking permission.
Okay, Munish, thank you so much for bringing us those details. Now, Jacqueline Fernandez has been produced, in fact, in Patiala court in the 200 crore money laundering case. She's appeared before the court related to the conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar extortion case, the 200 crore extortion case. The Delhi court, in fact, is hearing the regular bail plea of the actor, Jacqueline Fernandez, during which she, in fact, highlighted the incident when she was asked not to go out of the country. She clarified that she respects the rule of law and fleeing abroad is nowhere on her mind at the moment. She also claimed innocence, saying, I have myself surrendered in the 200 crore rupees extortion case. The court, however, slammed the Enforcement Directorate for its pick and choose policy. It questioned the Enforcement Directorate if it has all the evidence against Jacqueline and other accused in the extortion case as they are in jail. Why is she still roaming free? Jacqueline has been questioned several times by the Enforcement Directorate and the Delhi Police's Economic Offences Wing in this matter. Conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar has written to Delhi Lieutenant Governor seeking transfer of him and his wife to any other jail out of Delhi. Sukesh has alleged that he is receiving constant threats and pressure to withdraw his complaint against Aam Aadmi Party leader. Sukesh further alleges that being assaulted by CRPF personnel inside jail, he allegedly is under threat. Sukesh Chandrasekhar and his wife are being held in Delhi's Mandoli jail on allegations of attempting to extort money from prominent figures and celebrities. The duo were first detained at Tihar prison, but after several appeals, they were transferred to Mandoli. Chandrasekhar, in fact, had earlier alleged that after his last complaint to the Lieutenant Governor was reported in the media, he had received severe threat from the jail administration on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party leader, allegedly Satyendra Jain, and then DG Prisons Sandeep Goel. Meanwhile, Bollywood actor Jacqueline Fernandez has reached Patiala House Court for her bail plea hearing in connection to the very same case. Now, big action by the Enforcement Directorate in the Delhi liquor gate case. The Enforcement Directorate has arrested two more accused identified as businessmen Sharath Reddy and Binoy Babu of liquor company Pernod Ricard. The Enforcement Directorate has conducted multiple raids in this case so far. In September, it arrested Sameer Mahendru, managing director of a liquor manufacturing company, Indo Spirit. The money laundering case started from a CBI FIR that had named Sisodia as an accused among others. A close aide of Sisodia, in fact, is all set to turn approver in the excise policy case in a big setback for the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, the Liquorgate probe has intensified. Let's take you through the arrests that have been made so far. Vijay Nair, Kejriwal's aide, he has been arrested by the CBI. Also, Abhishek Bonpalli, liquor trader, he has also been arrested by the CBI in this case. Sameer Mahendru, also liquor trader, has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. Also, Dinesh Arora, who is now wanting to turn approver. Manish Sisodia's aide, he has turned approver in this case. And Sharath Reddy, now information coming in, he's a liquor company executive, has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. So these are some of the big arrests that have been made by the agencies in the Liquorgate matter. News coming in right now. Punjab targeted killing plot busted. ISI planned attacks busted in Punjab. ISI plot to kill Punjab Hindu leaders. Exclusive documents in fact show role of two terrorists. An attempt to flare communal tension in Punjab. ISI is in touch with terrorists abroad. That is the latest information that India Today is learning through exclusive documents that we've accessed. My colleague Arvind Ojha has accessed those documents. He's over the phone line with me at the moment. Arvind is live with us. Arvind, give us more details. In documents में क्या सामने आया है?
देखिए, ये पंजाब में लगातार टारगेट किलिंग हो रही है। चाहे आज फरीदकोट में प्रदीप सिंह की हत्या की बात की जाए या फिर कुछ दिन पहले सुधीर सूरी की हत्या की बात की जाए। सुधीर सूरी की हत्या के कुछ दिन पहले पंजाब पुलिस ने एक एफआईआर दर्ज की थी और उस एफआईआर की कॉपी इंडिया टुडे के पास है, जिसमें काफी शॉकिंग डिटेल्स है, जिसमें पंजाब पुलिस ने बताया है, बकायदा नाम लिया है पाकिस्तानी खुफिया एजेंसी आईएसआई का, और ये बताया है कि कैसे पाकिस्तानी खुफिया एजेंसी आईएसआई पंजाब में और पंजाब के बाहर फिलीपींस, कनाडा, अमेरिका में बैठे गैंगस्टर और जो खालिस्तानी टेररिस्ट है उनके जरिए पंजाब में टारगेट किलिंग करा रही है। कई हिंदू नेताओं की बकायदा लिस्ट बनाई गई है, कई पॉलिटिशियन है उनकी लिस्ट बनाई गई है, और जिसके लिए बड़े पैमाने पर फॉरेन फंडिंग हो रही है, विदेशों से और ड्रोन से हथियार आ रहे हैं और पंजाब को कहीं ना कहीं दंगों की आड़ में झोंकने की पूरी ये साजिश है। एफआईआर की कॉपी इंडिया टुडे के पास मौजूद है, लेकिन इसमें चौंकाने वाला ये भी खुलासा है कि मोहाली में जो आरपीजी अटैक हुआ था उसमें जो दो अटैकर्स थे उनको पहले टास्क दिया गया था सुधीर सूरी की हत्या का, लेकिन किसी वजह से वो उस हत्याकांड को अंजाम नहीं दे पाए। तो ये साफ साफ दिखाता है कि किस तरीके से जो पाकिस्तानी खुफिया एजेंसी आईएसआई है वो पंजाब में टारगेट किलिंग के जरिए बड़े पैमाने पर जो दंगे हैं वो भड़काना चाहती है, पंजाब में डिस्टर्बेंस फैलाना चाहती है। ये पंजाब पुलिस ने एफआईआर में इस बात का खुलासा किया है। कॉल
Arvind, shukriya is जानकारी के लिए. Arvind Ojha there, who's accessed those exclusive documents which basically show that there is an ISI plot to flare communal tensions in Punjab. Dera Premi Pradeep Singh, who was named in an FIR related to the desecration of the Sikh holy book in Bargari, was shot dead by unidentified bike-borne assailants in Punjab's Faridkot. CCTV footage on your screens now shows how the gang fired at the accused using handguns and fled the spot after the attack. One of the assailants, who was injured in the incident, was later caught and is undergoing treatment at a hospital. The sacrilege case dates back to October 2015, when 110 pages of the holy book of Sikhs were torn. Punjab Chief Minister Maan has expressed concern over the law and order situation of the state, saying no one will be allowed to disturb peace of Punjab.
एक अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट हुआ है आज फायरिंग का। उसमें एक व्यक्ति की मृत्यु हुई है और साथ में 3 लोग घायल की सूचना है। इसमें कुछ सीसीटीवी फुटेज भी हमारे पास हाथ में आए हैं। जिस व्यक्ति की डेथ हुई उनके साथ सुरक्षाकर्मी थे, उसने रिलेटिव भी किया है। ये भी चीज़ें सामने आ रही हैं और हमें कुछ लीड्स मिले हैं, इस पर हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। जो भी हमलावर थे उनको हम लोग जल्दी पकड़ेंगे।
Calcutta High Court has asked the West Bengal government to ensure that heritage structures at the Jorashanko campus of Rabindra Bharati University are not tampered with. A PIL filed at Calcutta High Court claimed that some rooms of Thakurbari's Maharshi Bhavan were now being used as office of an association linked to the ruling TRS party. A couple of rooms at the campus in the city have also been remodeled. In the particular room in which Rabindranath and Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay met, pictures of Mamata Banerjee and Abhishek Banerjee were now hanging from the wall. Floor of the room has been remodeled as well. Jorashanko Thakurbari, the ancestral house of Tagore, is one of the campuses of the state-run Varsity University, has ordered an inquiry into this matter.
It is highly deplorable and condemnable. I have no words to express my concern about it. And now the Honorable High Court has intervened on the basis of a public interest litigation, and the matter is sub judice, so I will not comment on that. And the order is yet to be served on us. The point is that it has been going on, we have noticed probably over the last 2-3 months. I personally, I tried to intervene and stop this and take necessary actions, but somehow it didn't materialize.
So we condemn this kind of activity because it is Rabindranath is our pride, our soul. Bengal soul is Rabindranath Tagore. So that's why it is really shameful that TMC is doing this kind of job. But we are not surprised, because TMC believe that this West Bengal is the Jagirdari of their own, so they can do anything there.
शिक्षा बंधु समिति जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, ये हमारा पार्टी इसको बैन कर दिया है बहुत साल पहले। हमारा पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट को भी ये मालूम है। आपको ये पता होगा कि रविंद्र भारती शिक्षा बंधु समिति में उस प्रेसिडेंट करने के लिए उन लोगों ने मेरे को रिक्वेस्ट किया था। बाद में जब मेरे को पता चला कि इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को हमारा पार्टी ओन नहीं करता है, हमारा पार्टी इसको बहुत पहले डिसोन कर दिया, तब यार हम उसको डिनाई कर दिया कि इसमें हम नहीं रह सकते। तो ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का पार्टी में कोई एग्जिस्टेंस है नहीं।
Slipping into a very short break, coming up next, Twitter owner Elon Musk continues to make headlines with his remarks and decisions on the social media platform. Details on the other side of this break.
You are watching India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
watching India Today.
Welcome back. Twitter owner Elon Musk continues to make headlines with his remarks and decisions on the social media platform. Let's take you through the top developments and the latest updates related to Twitter. On Wednesday, Twitter owner Elon Musk announced that the giant social media platform will do a lot of, and I quote, dumb things in the coming months, unquote. Taking to Twitter, he wrote that he will keep whatever works for him and will keep changing what doesn't. In the series of changes to Twitter's verification system, Twitter's new owner, Elon Musk, said that he has killed the new official designation that had started rolling out for some of the platform's biggest names earlier in the day. Elon added that the blue check will be the great leveler. Twitter owner and Tesla CEO Elon Musk's net worth has dropped below $200 billion as the investors have dumped Tesla Inc. shares, fearing that the top executive and largest shareholder of the world's most valuable electric vehicle maker is more preoccupied with Twitter after taking over last month. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has sold 19.5 million Tesla shares worth about $4 billion, U.S. securities filings showed on Tuesday. The exact worth of the shares is $3.95 billion. With this latest sale, the total value of Tesla stocks sold by Musk is about $20 billion. And that's a wrap on this bulletin. For all the latest news and updates, you can log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app. Thanks for watching.
You are watching India Today.
प्रेजेंटेड बाय धूल आए पर घर पे ना टिक पाए।
कब लाओगे, दिल को कब लाओगे, ट्रॉफी बिन ये दिल सूना सूना है।
ओके Okay, we're bringing you this special show live from Adelaide, from the beautiful ocean here, the Glenning Beach right next to us. Even though Indian fans would like to believe that few hours to go before the real party can start, because everyone's expecting India to win that semi-final against England and make it to that final. But the party here has already started. As you could hear from the fans that have joined us, these are fans India. Saiva, have you also turned into a fan today? You feel like a fan today?
I've been a fan of Indian cricket for a long time. Even before I started playing for India, I was a fan of Indian cricket. When I was playing for India, I was a fan of Indian cricket. When I've retired, I've been a fan of Indian cricket.
You know, I'm just saying that this game will be played like thousands of miles away from India. But if this is a sample of what's going to come, it's going to be a home game for India, right?
It always is a home game. I mean, Indian cricket is so fortunate to have such fantastic support anywhere they go. And you know, I mean, these people have spent, actually Indian cricket is blessed. Indian cricket is blessed to have this because people have taken time off from work. People have spent a lot of money to come down over here. And I think that is what lifts the players up as well. You turn back in the crowd and you see your supporters saying, come on, go. I mean, that is fantastic. I mean, this is something that I suppose only you can find with Indian cricket. Yes, I know there is a supporters group for England.
Yeah.
But
I just want you to express you expressed your love for Sunny Gavaskar. You're privileged enough to be in his company today. Express just the feeling of being here while doing a show alongside a legend.
Absolutely, having Sunny sir with us at the same place, a meter away from us is a privilege for us. Not just for me, for everybody here. We have a chant. We have a chant for him. So we have a chant for him. He's the first legend of Indian cricket. We all have, watched him playing, show the replays, seen exactly what he has done for Indian cricket and for Indian people. We all are very proud of him, and having him with us is a privilege, as I said. So we have a special chant for Sunny.
So the one that you just did, that wasn't special.
That's definitely special, but there is a message in the other one.
That was the appetizer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Spot on. So the other one, the next one we're going to sing, has a message. We got Sunny, legend Sunny. I just don't think you understand. He's the one, even before Sachin. We got legend Sunny. We got Sunny, legend Sunny. I just don't think you understand. So he's a real legend, even before Sachin. We got legend Sunny. We got Sunny, legend Sunny. I just don't think you understand. He's a real legend, even before Sachin. We got legend Sunny.
Lovely, fantastic. Sunny bhai, how does it feel, huh? They did all of this spot on. I don't know how long they've been practicing.
This again, I mean, this is what, this is a blessing. Look, I finished playing cricket about 40 years ago, 35 years ago. and to be able to get this, from a generation which probably didn't watch me play at all. This was, most of these guys are under 40 or thereabouts, and so they wouldn't have seen me play. But to get this, like I said, it's a blessing for them to be saying, these kind of songs. Makes you feel really good. Makes you feel that the effort that you put in sometimes, the sacrifices every sports person makes. You wake up early, you cut down on certain favorite foods, etc. I mean, that you just feel that it's all been worth it. And at the end of the day, the greatest wealth that any sports person can have is the unadulterated affection of the people, and this is my blessing.
As he rightly points out that a lot of them were not even born when he played his cricket. I travelled to the West Indies, and much before you guys made your song, there was a song that was made for him by Lord Rialto. I don't remember the full lyrics, but I remember it was Gavaskar, the real master, just like the wall. They couldn't get Gavaskar out at all. Just like the wall. They couldn't get Gavaskar out at all. Because he had made them, toil so hard on the pitches. They would try, but they just couldn't get him out. So that is the kind of songs that were made by West Indian fans before you guys thought of it. Okay.
We don't worry. We don't worry. I just don't think you understand. We're not the Superman. We're not the Superman. We don't worry.
Did Virat ever hear this song? Did he tell you? So what did he tell you?
So I'll tell you what exactly happened. We were filming for one of the broadcasters during the 2018 series, and we were at the top of the Adelaide Oval roof climb section. And we were singing this song, and at that stage, it wasn't planned, it just happened. Indian team was finishing off their practice. So Virat, Ravi Bhai, and the whole gang was just walking through. And we are pretty loud. So we were chanting that song, and Virat saw that, and luckily the camera person and BCCI captured that. So he was amazed. He was like, look at those guys, those fans are up there chanting this song. And then this song went viral after that. So it was shared by BCCI and the broadcasters.
Okay.
I've really heard it many times now.
So many times. And we are the one, me and Rajul, we are the one who danced with the Team India back in 2018.
After the first time ever Test series.
Trophy. Yes. And so we are the one, so team recognizes us really well, and they know us well, that what we are doing for them.
So it really makes us, to do a lot more for the team when you get that from the team itself. When they recognize your efforts and appreciate it. So
okay. I also have a very special fan here. She's a bit shy, I've been told. Yeah, she's Aussie, but now that Australia is out of the T20 World Cup, she had to find a team. You picked India, right?
Of course.
Yeah. What is it that you like about the Indian team?
Everything.
Who's your favorite player?
All of them.
Okay, so she's going to be rooting for the Indian team, and she's joined the Fans India group as... Yeah.
We all know about India-Pakistan rivalry. We can't forget about England-Australia rivalry. So Australians are cheering for India now in this semi-final. So it's pretty natural for her to cheer for us.
Okay, who's that one guy... Let me come this side as well. Who's that one guy that has really impressed you this World Cup? Huh?
I'd be honest, KL Rahul all of a sudden. The game against Bangladesh, it is near to impossible to not give KL Rahul credit. Not for the batting, but for the fielding that he did, for just aiming at one stump and bringing us back into that game. But overall, Ashdeep Singh.
Oh, Ashdeep has a fan following.
But I would like to say Suryakumar Yadav. Sky is one of the best.
Okay, so give me a song on KL. You got a KL because he mentioned KL.
KL, Rahul, KL, Rahul, na 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 na.
So that's what the English bowlers are going to tell KL Rahul. They don't want to get smashed with the form that KL Rahul is showing. The other one he talks about Suryakumar Yadav. Suddenly a sensation. Sanjay, before I'm sure you'll have a song for him. I'll come to that a little later. But what a revelation has Sky been in this tournament?
Oh, unbelievable. I mean, we all knew that he was capable of that, but suddenly he's flowered.
Yeah.
Because, he's got the confidence of being a regular member of the team. It's such an important aspect that if your place is in doubt, then you sometimes, withdraw into a shell, don't play as confidently as you do, because you're thinking, I tried this shot and I get out, then they're going to drop me. I'll try something different and I get out, then they're going to drop me. But when you have the confidence that, you are going to be given a long rope, then you play the kind of shots that we see from Sky.
Okay, I'll tell you two other players. One, as they talk about Suryakumar Yadav, he's developed a fan following like nobody's business. I was there at the pre-match press conference, and Rohit Sharma was asked that, what makes Sky so fearless? So he started off by saying that that's because Sky doesn't carry baggage with him, and then he realized, no, by baggage I don't mean a suitcase. He carries many suitcases because he loves to shop. So he's enjoying his shopping as well as he's shopping for a few bowlers as well, dispatching them outside the boundary. So give us something on Sky, the new sensation.
Sky ne aag lagayi, aag lagi तुझ पे तो bowlers को नानी याद आई, तेरी याद आई गो. Sky ने बना दिए बड़े बड़े रन.
I think what you should be doing is singing the song again, but singing it in a 360-degree manner. So,
okay, let's do it. Come on, get up. Let's do it. Come on.
Okay. Oh yes, get a couple of you.
Not all of them. I'll also do it. You could do it. Okay, so we're gonna sing the same Suryakumar Yadav song in a 360-degree way. Mr. Saxophone, you ready? Okay.
Saxophone. 1, 2, 3, go. Tip, tip,
360-degree. Hold on. 360-degree.
Sky ने बना दिए बड़े बड़े रन. 360 degree. अब जीतेंगे नर्बन बैट्समैन, मैं क्या करूं? That is fantastic.
But Samuel, I think they need to, next time if this song becomes viral, they need to give you royalty. Your idea of turnaround.
No, they can just give me a recording. That's enough.
I just want to know from you guys. I want you to sing the song that you gave us about, bringing the cup. But want to know, as fans, how eagerly are you waiting for India to lift an ICC trophy? Let me get someone from here as well. Go ahead. Will it disappoint you if that trophy doesn't come? Because you have to be, ready for all sort of...
Yes, it will disappoint. I have flown in from London today in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we took it's almost like 36 hours coming into here because we went to Singapore and then we came here. There are no direct flights anymore. So I have come to see the match and I've come to see the final and I've come to see the match in Melbourne as well. And it's a gift from my wife. She's sitting on the other side.
Why are you sitting? Oh, maybe you spend too much time at home together. So it's like you sit.
This week, so yeah, it's a birthday gift. So again, if India wins, this is going to be the best gift ever.
Oh.
Yeah. The only reason she's sitting that way, that far, is because she's at the non-strikers end.
One thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Australia is where India has done, quite a lot of unremarkable stuff.
Yeah.
If you're talking about 2018 Border Gavaskar Trophy, then doing it again against all the odds, we are very hopeful that India will do something which the whole country is waiting for. So we'll get the trophy, or trophy hum leke jayenge.
Okay, that's lovely. That's a great sentiment to have. Let me ask these fans as well. What is the Indian team going to do to England come the semi-final?
They're going to smash them.
Smash them. Yeah, that's simply put.
And we are going to win World Cup. That's the final.
That's the final.
That's why we are here to support India.
Okay.
And one more thing. इंग्लैंड वालों ने कोहिनूर तो ले लिया है, but ट्रॉफी तो हम नहीं देंगे. किसी भी संजोगों में हम ट्रॉफी उनको नहीं देंगे. कोहिनूर चलेगा, देखो, but ट्रॉफी नहीं देंगे.
So talking about what India will do to England. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
We will smash them, smash them. We will smash them, smash them. We will smash them, smash them. We will smash them, smash them.
Okay, a few more players. I know you've got songs. From the other day, I saw the Indian team go by and they absolutely loved the performance that these guys put up. You had one for Ashwin as well, right?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Ashwin is pretty simple and we always support Ashwin whenever he's here, especially in test matches. So it's pretty simple.
Ashwin got this. 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 Ashwin got this.
Okay, let me ask Sunny bhai. Ashwin's got this.
He definitely has. He 100% has. He's been, one of India's, finest players over this last, almost 10, 11 years. So, yes, he's got it. And big time.
Now to that song which inspired the Indian team because you want them to bring home the cup. So go ahead for this one.
India jeetega, World Cup jeetega. India, India jeetega, jeetega India. World Cup jeetega, India jeetega, jeetega India. World Cup jeetega, India, India jeetega, jeetega India. World Cup jeetega.
One line from Sunny Gavas.
India jeetega, India jeetega, India jeetega. World Cup jeetega, India jeetega, jeetega India. World Cup jeetega, yahan. India jeetega, jeetega India. World Cup jeetega. Come on India!
Okay, just one question, huh? Okay, my final question to you guys. I hope you haven't exhausted your energy here, huh? And you've got some energy for the big game.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the reserve bag we always carry with us. Just like for the finals, there is a reserve day. We have reserve capacity under our belts. Anything for Sunny, he's a legend.
Okay, and finally, some of you are locals from here. I know it's got dark, cloudy sky a day before the game. Give me some local knowledge. Is it going to rain? Is it going to be like this? Something.
No, not at all. This is the perfect weather for a cricket match, especially a T20. It won't be that hot. It won't be that cold. So it would be perfect temperature to smash England all over the park.
Oh, he says perfect weather to smash England all over the park.
Absolutely. That's what you want. When the sun comes out, the Indians are on top.
Thank you so much, guys. It's shaky waters. I don't think I can hold on for this very long. But before we wrap up, just...
Saturday, India. Saturday, India. Saturday, India.
Okay, many asked to go before that big England semi-final. Yes, I'm right.
यार हमारा 83 का भी गाना गाओ यार लहरा दो
Okay, as the enthusiasm Okay, Sanjay, you have to give me that song that you started with, the one when we. No, the one about the trophy, which.
संदेश आते हैं हमें तड़पाते हैं वो चिट्ठी आती है वो पूछे जाती है ट्रॉफी कब लाओगे ट्रॉफी कब लाओगे बोलो कब लाओगे ट्रॉफी ये दिन सुना सुना है
Song and dance continues. I'm sure this is going to continue for a few more hours till that India versus England semi-final. I hope you're going to enjoy this contest because we definitely are, and hoping this energy is passed on to the Indian team and they can get one better of England. For the moment, bye-bye from us on this special coming to you from Adelaide.
Men and women who built Indian industry, and the young guns who are shaping tomorrow's India. From storied careers to unicorn dreams.
The equity market is a dynamic space that needs sharper insights and perfect timing. What stock, what fund, what to pick and what to sell.
How do you make money on the markets? And what are the superior strategies for a winning portfolio?
Your questions answered by 30 years undisputed leadership.
Only with Business Today Television.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
Black holes. Did you ever worry that Earth could get sucked into one of them? Black holes do have a massive gravitational pull that allows it to swallow anything that gets in its way. Let's find out more about them. Black holes have been lurking in the galaxies for billions of years. The most powerful known forces in the universe, their gravitational field is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape from them. They're actually packed full of space matter, so they're not really holes. There are at least two types of black holes. Stellar mass black holes form when a huge star, more than 10 times bigger than our Sun, burns up all its fuel and collapses in on itself. Scientists say there could be billions in our galaxy, the Milky Way alone. They grow by gobbling up other stars or merging with other black holes to become a supermassive black hole, millions to billions of times bigger than the Sun. Humans can't even see black holes, but we can observe their effect on matter close by. When normal stars are sucked in, they accelerate and heat up, emitting X-rays which are detected by orbiting space telescopes.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
Co-presented by Max Life Insurance. You are the difference.
What a game we've had. Nawaz, what have you got, Nawaz? Ashwin goes over, clears the infield. India win a famous win. You look at all the great wins over the years, and I think you'll find very, very few to compare with this one. This game was gone. Virat Kohli pulled it back. What a champion. What an absolute champion Virat Kohli is.
It's straight back for 4. 3 boundaries to finish it off. Most expensive over of the innings, but that's can happen. That's it, and hit well. South Africa win. It's a top-class performance from David Miller. Jasdeep Singh finishes things off. Just a single. India win. To the top of the table with 6 points. But like I mentioned, still no guarantee of qualifying for the semi-finals. But a much-needed win, and credit to Bangladesh as well. They put up a show. They put up a... They're shipped in the air, and it's all over. Zimbabwe all out for 115. Akshar Patel taking the final wicket. India top the table. And now know that they'll definitely go to Adelaide.
Our channel India Today has been tracking cricket like no other. I'm Nabila Jamal. If all goes well today, we could see the mother of all cricket battles that could pan out on Sunday. We're talking about the Indo-Pak final at the World Cup T20. But for that to happen, India has to first defeat England in the semi-finals on Thursday in Adelaide. While India look formidable purely on form, we have a jinx to break though. Since 2013, India has never won a semi-final at a big event. And let me take you through exactly what's transpired and really what's on stake today.
Go crazy. It has been crazy since they opened the gates.
2 world heavyweights, the biggest stage in cricket. India take on England with a ticket to the final of T20 World Cup at stake. India have been the informed team in this tournament so far, winning 4 of their 5 Super 12 games. But this could be a fresh start in the semi-final.
There are 2 crucial phases of it. We do understand when you play this kind of tournament, you have to break it into parts. And, we've done one part of it really well. There are 2 more parts to go. But tomorrow is going to be one part of it where we have to play well to get the result.
Back into the attack. England, considered the masters in this format, haven't been at their best in the tournament so far. Many of their famed stars, especially in batting, haven't been among the runs, and India would want it stays that way. India topped Group 2, winning 4 of the 5 games, and their 8 points were most by any team from either of the 2 pools. England, on the other hand, won 3 of their 5 games, and their only loss came against Ireland, with their big-ticket game against Australia being a complete washout. India last won an ICC trophy in 2013, and since then the men in blue have often cracked in the knockouts.
I think it's important to understand that knockout games are important, and you do well, it gives you that immense confidence. But we do not forget, what has happened in the past, what the players have done in the past, all the performances that they've put in for the team over the year. That one game cannot be dictating that.
England are also sweating over the fitness of David Malan and tearaway fast bowler Mark Wood.
Yeah, we'll see how they pull up. We'll try and give them as long as possible. Obviously, David left the field the other day with a small niggle. Woody's had a bit of stiffness. So, we trust the medical team. We trust those two guys as well, and we'll give them as long as possible.
Butler picked it. Butler has been new to captaincy and hasn't enjoyed great deal of success in his brief stint as skipper, which is where Rohit Sharma holds the edge against his counterpart. The short boundaries at the Adelaide Oval will also keep everyone interested, especially when two high-quality and skilled teams are involved.
One of the challenges that we've had in this tournament, usually when you play, for example, last year in Dubai, the dimension of the ground didn't change too much. We know there was one side bigger, but other than that, not too many things changed. But when we played here in Australia, obviously, some of the grounds have longer, straighter boundaries. Some of the grounds have smaller on the sides. So you got to adjust to it as quickly as possible.
Ever since the semi-final spots were sealed, the chatter has been on a potential India versus Pakistan final. But Butler was pretty straightforward with his views.
We certainly don't want to see an India-Pakistan final, so we'll be trying all we can do to make sure that doesn't happen.
While Virat and Suryakumar Yadav have done the bulk of the scoring for Team India, there are a few areas of concern too, and one of them is the form of Rohit Sharma. England would be well aware that the entire crowd at the Adelaide Oval would be rooting for the 11 Indian players in the middle, but they are game for it.
We're all really excited about the match. In my opinion, one of the best stadiums in the world. Against a brilliant Indian team, which I'm sure will be well supported tomorrow. So it's going to be a great occasion. These are the times that you want to be involved as a player.
Looking at